Adamlz is that YouTube star who loves to try out crazy things and live his dream. But could his passion have landed him a ban in Australia? If you don't already know Adam, you'd find that he has a mouth-watering supercar collection you wouldn't want to miss. He also has several businesses that make up his multi-million-dollar net worth. Now, if you want to know about his businesses and how the Australian ban affected his brand, then stay tuned. Adamlz, popularly called AdamlZ, is a superstar car YouTuber with over 3 million subscribers thanks to his 1,500 videos. His channel is well on its way to having 1 billion views, and the 26-year-old uploads content into playlists like LZ Compound, Barra Swapped GT350, Milestones, Webisodes, How-Tos, and wait for it, the music he likes. Of course, there are others, but these are some of the most common ones with the most videos. The LZ Compound is what Adam describes as a 30-acre automotive dream. The huge compound in Orlando, Florida is where Adam practices his crazy drifts, in which he featured fellow YouTuber Whistlindiesel in one of his videos. The collaboration has gathered about 1.5 million views so far in just 10 months. The massive LZ Compound has quite the enviable components. We're talking a huge mansion with a pool, a garage with over 40 car lifts with a 200 storage capacity, a sandblasting booth to keep the surfaces of his car clean and rust-free. His BA in Business Management from the University of Central Florida appears to be working great for him, seeing as he manages businesses well enough to spend big on a mansion like the LZ Compound. And speaking about his businesses, Adam also owns a number of businesses that keep his bank account well fed. LZFMG is a brand under Adam's business empire. The acronym stands for Lizotte Manufactured Goods, and their products include clothes, auto parts, and miscellaneous items. The business operations for LZMFG are run by Adam, of course, along with James Harvey and Zach Osmond in Central Florida. Okay, pay close attention to this. There's LZMFG and then there's LZBMX, which is another brand, like a subcategory in the AdamlZ business empire. As the name implies, LZBMX is about Adam's love for BMX. Branded BMX bikes go up for sale under the LZBMX trademark. AdamlZ owned LZBMX with Cody Kruger before Adam moved to Florida. Adam is heavily popular with BMX, not only selling their products, but as a professional rider of Stranger, a popular BMX brand. He quit the team after just a year of being on it, saying that he wasn't happy with the way things played out. By quitting Stranger, Adam stopped being a professional BMX rider. Explaining in a video titled "No Longer a BMX Pro, Quitting Stranger," he said, "There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and I think it's time I shed some light on the situation. I can only hope all of you understand where I'm coming from and respect my decision given the circumstances." As the AdamlZ brand on both YouTube and in the stores, Adam made another purchase by splashing cash on Drift HQ in 2021. The company that was started by Duarte Viana and his partners, Savio Silva and Joel Garcia, aims to grow the drift community by selling drift car parts and offering their guidance to drift newbies. According to the Drift HQ website, moving Drift HQ into the LZ Compound will allow a vast inventory and plenty of space to continue building cars, developing parts, and most of all, having fun. Now, let's circle back to the kind of content that helps Adam make millions off his channel. We already talked about the video content centered on the LZ Compound. Another interesting playlist on his YouTube channel is where he tests the upgrades of the Barra GT350. Adam also has a popular playlist on his YouTube channel about his major milestones. This playlist includes the No Longer a BMX Pro video we already talked about. There's also a video on his fastest drift ever, which unsurprisingly has the second most views in this playlist. His video on his first tandem drift competition is the most viewed video in his milestones playlist. He came a close second in that competition and has gone on to compete in the Formula Drift. Before we check out another popular playlist of Adam's YouTube channel, please support us by hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. The Webisodes playlist on Adam's YouTube channel shows his time as an active BMX rider. So, if you're a fan of BMX and you need some tips from AdamlZ, Webisodes is the playlist for you. There are over 60 webisodes at your disposal, so enjoy! Another top playlist on the AdamlZ channel is the How-To playlist, where Adam shows beginners and intermediates how to do cool BMX tricks. Moving on, what are the cars Adam drifts with? and what wheel horsepower makes them so suitable for insane drifts. Adam has several vehicles in his collection, but let's rank his top 5 drift cars according to their WHP, shall we? There's the S550 Mustang GT350, which sits at number 5 with a wheel horsepower of 500. His 4th best vehicle for drifts is the S13 Nissan 240SX, which has a wheel horsepower of 520. This ride has undergone a lot of change by Adam. He installed a competition stage 2 clutch, got the engine swap done in 4 days. He also painted the engine bay, got a set of Enjuku square rims, and made a whole bunch of upgrades. The R32 Skyline sedan is another one of his drift beauties with a crazy 600 wheel horsepower. He made several videos with this car in which we saw him scaring his teacher, surprising his dad, and pulling several other reactions to the R32 Skyline's madness. The S15 Silvia with 900 wheel horsepower and the E92 BMW 335i single turbo with 750 wheel horsepower are 2 of Adam's top choices for drifts and overall show-offs. He has, or had, other cars in his collection like the Mitsubishi Evo 5, JZX100 Chaser, the 2019 F350 Powerstroke, the 991.2 Porsche GT3 RS, 2008 350Z Missile, and lots others. Looking deeper into Adam's love for the E92 BMW 335i single turbo, we'd find tons of videos dedicated to the car. He made videos on topics like its new tires, dyno turning, and other times he just drove around it with Cletus or his girlfriend Colette, who he dated after his divorce with Nicole. The automotive couple went their separate ways after they explained in a 2018 video that they didn't have time for each other. Adam was always traveling while Nicole was always out tutoring kids. Long story short, things didn't work out, and videos titled "Leave Us Alone" and "Taking a Break" confirmed the rocky affairs of the marriage. Straight to the moment you've all been waiting for, let's look at why adamlz got banned from Australia and how the ban affected his brand. According to an Australian news program, Current Affair, in 2019, adamlz, or as the Australians would say, adamlz, was caught hooning on their land. The slang word hoon simply means a person who deliberately drives recklessly. Narrating his experience on VinWiki Car Stories, Adam said, "I went out with a couple of friends over in Australia and they'd like to go drive, like an hour and a half or so in the mountains. They go, street drifting in the mountains, which sounds pretty crazy, but to them it's not that crazy of a thing." He said that a friend of his crashed his car bad, and the dramatized news channel, referring to Current Affairs, picked up different parts of the crash situation to suit their motive and made them sound like the worst people on the planet. They went as far as saying that the hoons were putting children's lives in danger. He said that his drifting experience with his Australian buddies was linked to a Mexican hoon cartel who are notorious for disturbing the peace. The noise generated from the whole situation saw Adam receive a fake letter from local authorities slamming the door to their country in Adam's face and then requesting for driving tips. It's easy to assume that adamlz was put under a lot of pressure by the situation, but on the contrary, the man enjoyed every bit of it. How did the situation affect his business? There was no negative impact on the adamlz brand. In fact, it may have given him some free publicity, as he proved that all publicity is good publicity. He said, "I was a little worried at first, but somehow this Australian news coverage has brought me even more love from down under." Check out the stark contrast with Vehicle Virgins as they lost subscribers over their ordeal.